These need
Welcome
patching
home,
up.
Sid.
Do you see anything you like? Come back again.
Let's hope the draper has Hortense's cloth.
All anyone ever wants anymore is a warm grape. How am I supposed to make a living?
Might I interest you in some swansdown? Perhaps.
Just some linen. 2 box.
Apologies, but your items, they were due to arrive on a caravan from Bocklad, but there's been... My mother thinks it might be bandits, but...
It usually is.
Yes, hopefully carrying all... Wait.
Going to find it. That's...
Oh.
Come on. Run like the wind. All right. You deserve a rest. It's over. Time to fight.
That damn bird's a menace.
She meant nothing by it, I swear.
Who's gonna buy my wares now? State your animals left them in.
But they hardly...
Is there something wrong?
If you're a bandit come to steal my stuff, you're gonna be sorely disappointed.
But it was you who stepped into my path.
Only after that feather-brain trampled me, I demand recompense. Be it in coin or the...
These goods are expected in Northreach. I mean, they're not mine to give away.
You wouldn't happen to be on your way from Bocklad, would you?
Did someone from the market send you? Please, you have to help me.
So the fool has protection. And coin, too. Oi! Killer!
I told you not to call me that.
and we'd have already collected if...
Bandits!
As I told one of your customers, it usually is.
I'll deal with the bird lover. You take the handsome one, killer.
Stop calling me that! It's over!
All right. You made your point. Killer my ass.
Did he hurt you?
No, he seemed intent on letting the bandit do his dirty work for him, and he would have succeeded. My shipment is safe, and my livelihood with it.
We can speak of that once you're safe in Northreach. I'll...
So, you and my mother were right.
And were it not for the kindness of our... Now, if you don't mind,
Oh, I almost forgot. You'll be happy to know both bolts arrived safely along with... I've also added a few extra lengths of our finest free of charge.
Are you sure?
My mother would insist. It's the least we can do for the man.
That's that done then. Now it's back to Hortense with her cloth.
There was a time when cloth like that would have commanded a king's ransom. But now all the nobles have moved south and there's no one left to buy it.
Clive, sorry again for sending you all that way.
Don't worry. I believe this will more than...
Let's see here. One bolt. What's this? I don't recall ordering any silk or velvet or... Is this gold work? If that devilit of a draper expects me to pay for thee...
You needn't worry on that score, Hortense. I can always return them if you like.
Oh, no. Oh, there's no need to be hasty now, Clive. I'm sure I can put all three to... Speaking of which...
This one?
I've a mind to give a piece to Jill. Did you know she's quite the little seamstress?
I know needlecraft was amongst her lessons at the castle.
Her lessons? Oh, that's right.
Not quite. When my father put down the uprising in the Northern Territories, Jill was taken as a ward to ensure that her father, the Silvermane...
She's an honest-to-goodness princess, then. I could tell, you know. Some people just have that air of... I'd offered to sew her something that might better suit her station, but she'd most likely turn me down, as she always does. Tell me not to waste the fabric when it's...
Don't take it the wrong way. She certainly seems to be attached to the last outfit you made her.
Oh, sometimes.
Or perhaps she'll make something for herself with your gift.
We'll see, I suppose. Lady Horn...
She'd give us our dresses soon. Said they'd be made of linen. Not sackcloth.
Clive, you're back. I am. And well, I'll be. All of our comrades who lost their lives back at Sid's...
We had a stolus from Lubor saying Drake's fang had fallen. I expect that was your doing it.
It's...
One for the history books, Albert.
Welcome home, Clive.
It's good to be back.
I feel it. Which means I'm coming on your next little adventure.
Wouldn't dream of it. Otto. Any, word on the rod? Shouldn't you be putting your feet... Thank you.
Ah, the conquering...
I may have picked...
Well, the fact that you came straight to me instead of visiting our the scent of...
The very same. But whatever plans Kupka was hatching with the Royalists, he took them to his... as did his men. Slaughtered by the Orcs. Orcs, Vivian. I've never seen... The Waluders must have ferried them over from Ash, but why work to rescue Kupka only to invade his home? The mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall. It makes no sense.
Do you know the tale of the blind men? One can often be led astray by focusing too closely. One must instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger... The kingdom of Walud claims dominion over all... In summary, I know not to what end. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow in... If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. And your Lord Uncle has volunteered... Indeed he is. Which means, well, not quite. The people of the Hideaway must hear the news. The wounds he left that night are still raw. Especially for those who lived with Sid the longest. Consider it the price of today's instruction.
I've never known you.
What can I say? I am.
I suppose we are.
Do you have a moment, Sid? A team of curse breakers has gone...
Which team?
Coles. They were sent to liberate a carriage of bearers before they were moving in for their assault when the carriage was attacked. A curse breaker managed to release a Stolas amid the confusion. They should be back by now, but I've heard... I can't help but...
They know the work is dangerous.
But what if I've got them all killed? Before they go out, I always remind them why we're doing this. But I never really...
I'll go and find them.
Thank you. The plan was...
That should be enough to go on.
It's good to have you back. I was worried.
Well, someone looks pleased with himself.
Nothing escapes you, Lady. It's true.
Good. Starting to get a crick in my neck. Is it business or pleasure? Is that all?
Blackthorn,
What is it?
I wanted to tell you that...
Under a noose.
I'll try to live up to the...
Clive? So, what'll it be? It'd last you a good while. No scratches, right? Not bad, if I do say so myself. That it? Fine.
Ah, Clive.
No.
Look, he's crying.
And with good reason, children. These are tears of joy. There shall be no lessons today, only thanksgiving and merriment.
All right. Brilliant.
Finally.
It has.
Thank you, Clive. I cannot wait to...
Hippocrates. After Kupka fell, I need to know what he is. Have you learned?
Alas. No. And not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest a concealment of fact.
But I saw him.
I don't. Alas, it seems you are the to others, he reveals naught. We see only that which he leaves in his wake.
A bringer of death.
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely another... But until I do...
Thank you. Right. Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
Slavers don't even bother with Northreach now that all the highborn fled south.
Get me back on my feet, or tear those...
Cole. I'm
just about... Sid, if you don't mind...
Doris sent me to find you. She hasn't heard anything since the attack.
I sent a runner to the Dame in Northreach. The hideaway should have learned...
Well, I'm here now. And...
Only some. The rest locked themselves in the slaver's carriage rather than flee. I want to help them, Sid. But we're barely in any state of...
You made the right decision.
The goblins may still be...
You have duties to attend to here.
All right. Just follow the path to the... And please, hurry. If the beastmen get to those bearers...
I won't let that happen.
Thank you.
Don't thank me just yet. They're trying to get into the carriage.
Who are you?
A friend. But why didn't you flee with the others? If the goblins had made it...
Why should we run? One miserable...
Perhaps. Freedom, safety. The life you've been denied.
Sid, I couldn't just let... You weren't too late.
This man risked his life to save yours.
Fine. Do with us what you...
What we'll do with you is take you to safety.
You can leave the rest to us, Sid. We'll get...
Thank you.
Even forged a button. Perhaps Forge Master...
I wouldn't put it past.
Oh, sorry. I'm Saver, Master Luber's soon-to-be former apprentice if I don't pass this test. People are buying up weapons faster than the Briar's Kiss can forge them, and here I am. He wants me to make a carving knife, one that embodies the spirit of Dalamil. I don't suppose you have any idea?
I'm afraid not.
Never mind. Thought I'd ask.
I could give you a hand if I know how busy the Briar's Kiss has been. And the loop...
I'd be a fool.
So?
Good question. If I'm honest. And then there's this little riddle to keep in mind. The spirit...
The way I see it, there's only one way we'll be solving. We need information.
You're right. There's no point now. There's plenty of folk in Dalamil who... There's the butcher, of course. They're bound to have an opinion or two about the tools of their... All right. I'll talk to every cook I can find. You speak to the butcher.
All right.
Let's hope that someone says...
Trust Lubor to take a simple test and turn it into a riddle. I'd better get to it.
The finest fabric!
Take a sniff, good sir. Needed trans...
Welcome, sir.
A question. I need to know what makes a good carving knife.
You a blacksmith or something?
Something.
Fair enough. Knives, is it? First and foremost, it's got to hold an edge. Most knives will make it through fat, no problem. But sinew, give me a blade which can slice through anything that crosses my chopping block, and I'm a happy woman.
So a knife that stays sharp.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven. Here, have a taste.
Oh, where did all the men of the rock go?
Made from the stoutest stoneware. Won't ship, won't crack.
What is it?
Sorry.
Hunter?
I have a question. Can you tell me what makes a...
Oh. Has to be able to put up with some punishment. Can't be dealing with a brittle blade. Not what. Your knife snaps every time you use it. You'll be spending coin as fast as you make it. Times are hard enough as it is.
Thank you.
All business, eh? Man off.
So, a carving knife should be hard-wearing and hold an edge. Hardly a revelation. Let's hope Sava had better luck than I did.
Just look at the plates and pots! Bowls and...
It would make
My carpets have brighter places.
So, you learn anything useful, or should I...
Only that a blade should be durable and stay sharp.
All the cook said was that he needs too heavy and they do his shoulder in.
So we're no better off than when we started. Perhaps Lubor didn't mean anything with his... But that can't be right. I've bandied enough words with the man to know... No. We must be missing something.
No doubt you're right. I have to make a start soon.
Agreed.
Right. I've been trained to work iron. The cheap stuff, mind. But it's hardy enough if you don't hammer it too. Trouble is, it's either durable, meaning someone is going to be disappointed.
Is there no one else you can turn to? Someone who knows that...
The other apprentices know better than to help me with my test. A merchant, a favourite of Forge Master Lubor's, who sells metals to tradesmen passing through the... I bet she'd know a thing.
Any luck? Or will you be needing help with your...
Well, I asked her, but...
If you're looking to make a knife that will impress a master like Lubor, there are options. They're just not that viable. Featherlight adamantite knives will get passed from generation to generation, never needing so much as a lick of the whetstone. But adamantite ore is unique to ash, so it doesn't come cheap.
And it's beyond my skill to handle.
Unique to ash? Are there any materials unique to Dalamil? Something which could be mixed with iron to refine it?
What are you getting at?
You said that Lubor trained you to work iron. Then that's what he'll expect you to use. But he would have known that it would either be too heavy or too brittle for a carving knife. Perhaps his Dalamil remark wasn't a riddle.
If it's cheap metal you're using, then there's always limestone, I suppose. Folk first settled Dalamil to get at her mineral deposits, and if you know the trick, it can be melted down in the furnace.
Bloody hell! I don't suppose you know the trick, do...
It's hardly my speciality, but I've been around.
Looks like I've got some learning to do. Clive, I hate to ask after all.
Limestone? Fine. Besides, I want to know if this is the answer.
I can't. You'll have no trouble finding limestone over in the terraces.
Then I suppose I'll meet you back at the forge.
Right you are. So, do you crush it up, or just throw it in the furnace?
After it.
Yes,
the most fragrant herbs needed to a silken softness.
Oh, where did all the men of the rock go? Probably ran out of
How about a hot bath to soothe the aches and pains of the road?
Look, Father.
Hot water? Where are the bearers who heat it?
It wasn't heated by magic. It comes out of the ground.
No, I'm telling you, it's gone.
That can't be true.
One rock looks a lot like another. But hopefully this is what Seven needs.
Master Lubor says Drake's fang is full.
I wasn't sure how much but I hope this is enough.
You are one. You and that merchant both. She's got quite a gift. Now, time to see if limestone. A knife forged from the very rocks of Dal.
It's a fine-looking blade.
That sounds like my cue. And
I'm sorry, Forge Master Lubor.
Let's take a look then, shall we? First things first, Sava, do you think this is a carving knife worthy of the fine people of... But what do I think? It's sharp-ish, but it won't last long with hard use. And it's heavy, heavier than it should be. You might not think it just to hold it for a moment, but sell that to a cook and you'll never hear the end of it. It looks like someone paid a visit to the terraces. The limestone was a step in the right direction, granted, but one that still leaves you short of the mark.
And I was so certain I had it all worked out.
I don't know who you found to teach you that little trick, but next question. How much do you think I would charge if I'd made this?
Well, if it took you even a fraction of the time it took me, I would say you could demand a heavy purse.
And who would be able to pay that? The butcher? The hunter? Dalimil is home to humble traders, not rule number one in any business, Sava.
Yes, Forge Master.
This is just about passable. I'd say you're worth keeping around a little long. Starting tomorrow, you'll have an anvil of your own.
I will. What would you do if you were...
I'd do what I always do. Ask who it's for. If it was for the butcher, I'd make sure it holds an edge. For the hunter, I'd make it as tough as Titan. For the cook, light as a feather. And for the nobleman...
There goes a master, all right.
It looks like congratulations.
I couldn't have done it without you. So much for the Forge Master's riddle, though. The spirit of Dalimil had nothing, meaning I had you run a...
You've passed your test. That's all that matters.
And when I do, I'll craft you the finest...
I'm telling you, it's true. I heard it from Otto's own lips.
Sid, if I just... Or maybe I wouldn't. I keep me...
Cole and the others got home safely.
No. What kind of lead? I should have urged...
We swore...
It's good to see you safe and...
With all due respect, we Cursebreakers don't risk our lives because you commanded of us. We risk no one without sever joins our ranks.
We all know how much bravery that takes.
Cole, I never doubted your courage. Thank you for your faith in me. I sometimes wonder if I might prefer to risk death, but I'm a curse breaker. I swore an oath too.
You will.
You barely sat down since you came home.
Just spreading the word.
So, the professor's got a soft...
No. She was right.
Ah, but you ain't told. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully, if not least of all Sid. Well, when you do, she's been going at it hammer and tongs down in that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last...
Very well.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Is everything we've received and everything promised? Come again. I may have more for you.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Here you go. Always something in there.
When it comes to boyish charm,
Editors started reading books that don't have any...
I knew it was a good idea to have editors start.
I have done it, Sid. I have learned all the letters. Every one.
It hasn't been. I went up to give some greens to the chocobo.
Some help.
If I don't come up with something soon. All right, Clive?
I'm going to visit Sid, and...
Sorry, I'm too busy for all. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal... and this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen. The Enterprise. Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is... And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood. And more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes... I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dock. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, It's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting... I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is. Good old Clive. All right, first things first. And the sack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels... The helm over the top, that disperses up. And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship.
Full suit. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits on. I've got the designs and the list of materials. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to...
I can't make head nod.
Luckily, you don't need...
Blackthorn.
Out with it.
It's for mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. Go on then. What is it?
She said you would know.
Krieger's Tate. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make, and I'll need help. Get Gavin Otto in here, will you?
All right.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, has she? Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave.
And,
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual sword-grade steel won't work. We need something that can get... That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle, which is where you lot come in. I need materials, and I've got... Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Velcroy. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing...
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we... One of us should probably give you an hand collecting the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from...
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where, we can get this over with. You going after the Stardust then, I? Which one of these 2 lucky socks?
Gav.
All right, then. So,
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Velcroy. It's the black sand that washes up on its banks that...
Southern reaches of the Velcroy, eh? That's down. I'll go and scout the place out. See about hiring us.
All right.
While you're off having a paddle, I'll pick up the rest of the stuff from Blackthorn's supply.
You two, eh? Don't go letting them fleece you.
Fleece me?
In your own time.
The most fragrant herbs and spices.
Gone, just like that. And without some...
What's the matter?
It's my apprentice. I'd go and look for him myself, but I've got a bakery to run. A bakery that's now, loath though I am to rely on...
I'll see what...
I would...
All right.
made from the stoutest stoneware.
No, I'm telling you, it's gone.
My blade yet hungers, and so do I. Come, let us feast on your flesh.
Madman, your feasting days are over. Thanks, boy. Those who kill for sport deserve no better. Excuse me.
What do you want?
The baker sent me to find you.
It's certainly not a baker. Master must have ruled it. Time was the sight of the Fang used to calm.
I take it you missed the Mother Crystal.
I hated her, but she was all I knew. Worked her mines for... I had to trade my pickaxe for a rolling pin. But I'm no good at baking. Every loaf I touch clapped. She was the only thing that could fill the hole inside. But now she's gone. What am I supposed to do? I ask.
Focus on the job at hand.
What use is proof it... Wait. Perhaps you've opened my eyes.
Wait. Suppose you won't be needing an escort then.
Ah, there you are. Though I worry you might have stoked the flames a little too high. He damn near ran me down.
Master, it's ready.
I dare say.
Just look at it. Her steeple peaks, her folsoms. True, my loaves collapse more often than not, but... And look, inside. She's... Master, I have found my purpose. I must use...
Well, if it tastes half as unique as it looks... not only is my apprentice back, but he's finally pulling his weight. With any luck, I might even have a new... I don't know how you did it. Now, Dusan, I know you're...
Oh, where did all the men of the rock go?
Made from the stoutest stoneware. Silver platters.
The most fragrant herbs and
The
spices.
finest fabrics, fresh from the capital.
Looks like I found the river. Now where's Gav? Sorry to keep you, Gav.
Better late than never. I've had a quick scout about, and I reckon round here's our best bet if we want to... Don't know what Blackthorn's planning to do with it, though. I asked over in Dalamil, and they seemed... But if Stardust is what Blackthorn wants, Stardust is what he'll get. There's plenty of this stuff lying about.
Then let's get bagging, shall we?
We shall.
So this is Stardust. It just looks like black sand to me. should be enough for now. Let's see how Gav's getting on.
You finished?
Enough.
Oh, that might even be enough for... Here... Feels like ages since we had the chance to talk. You know, man to man like.
It does, doesn't it?
Back when you first took Sid's name, we were talking all the time. Working out. And they're still it. Those shoulders of yours starting to feel the hardly ever see you around the hideaway nowadays. Always, you can take a day off.
Well, says the man who spends most of his time behind enemy line.
Only 'cause you keep sending me there.
I know I can count on you, Gav.
Likewise. So you keep sending me wherever you need to, and I'll keep going. Safe in the knowledge that I have a home. Thanks to you. Right. That's enough soppy shite. We'd better get this lot back to Blackthorn before he slink...
You go on ahead. And...
Oh, I plan after Blackthorn gets what he needs.
Right. Blackthorn.
Yeah. Cheers for the Stardust. Should be enough to begin.
We should go out on maneuvers to get me, or beat sneaking around.
I'll make a start on putting this thermal... It will take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do...
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know
Suppose we'd better be getting back.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
He cracked the crystal too. You're joking.
If I don't come up with something soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn's start...
Excellent. One down.
So?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap. Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right... What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name?
Oh, Sid.
Yes.
I'll show you the plans. Here you see the mithril engine. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal display. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve that, in other words, the reactor would overheat. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb. And not only that, They're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them... Why? If sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces...
You can stop there. Mid said we might be able to use part. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lawbert's. The thing is, well, it's no longer a matter...
I see. Would that help?
Oh, very... I'll gather my team and head there right away. We'll meet you...
Good day to you.
But what about the curse? Can't you use a crystal instead?
I'll be fine. Besides...
haven't much, but you're free to look. Keep fighting the good fight.
Ah, Clive. Your timing is...
Go on.
There are whisperings afoot of shadowy rustlings in the undergrowth. It may be no more than a surf. Given what I hope you'll forgive me calling you...
Of course.
Excellent. You might begin, but...
All right. Right. Let's see what the people of the village have to say. I'd better find out if this is just nerves, or something we need to take more seriously.
The crystals we get from the tail are all but worthless.
It's not just the crystals. Bearers are having trouble.
You alright, Sid? Something...
There is actually. Quentin tells me people have mentioned shadowy figures out in the woods.
Oh, that. I heard the rumours, mind, from the lads working over...
Right.
You're quite talented with that rod of yours.
I've caught my share with it, as did my grandfather before me.
Do you have a moment? There's talk of suspicious figures in the woods.
No, but I've heard something. Sound of scraping.
Where was that?
In Lawbert's pub. Was out foraging for herbs when I heard it. Ran back here as quick as my legs would carry me.
I see. Seems Lawbert's Pass is our best bet, then. What do you say? Hey, Torgal. Shall we go and investigate? You there.
Fuck! He's seen us. Get them before they escape!
Black Shields. Here. What the hell are you doing here?
What is it to you? Not that we give a damn. All that matters to us is that you don't leave here alive.
Why were they here? Were they planning an attack on Lost Wing? I need to warn Quentin.
Oh, there you are, Sid. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature.
Of course. Anybody home? This must be our unwanted visitor. Nice try. The things I do...
Sid!
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you.
All right.
Good day to you.
The crystals we get from the tail are all but worthless.
Clive.
I found some black shields hiding near Lord...
Black shields. Though they serve another master now. And it would appear the pack has... Damn it all. And bite...
I'm sorry. Who did the black
Because I want...
Who?
The former...
I don't understand. Why him? Why...
I was and fight it I did. I saw more than a few corrupt, and throughout, it was the Lord Chief Justice.
So what, Shay?
I discovered that I was a fool, a means of ridding him. His response, and I lost the faith. So I set up, I tracked up the man with money, and so I came here.
And?
Of course, seen our we know where he hides, how numerous and well-trained his guard. What we did not know until now, however, was that his plans may already be in motion too.
Quentin.
Our time is short. He may move against us at any moment, unless we move against him first. My friends and comrades, it begins. Make ready for war.
I'm not going to change his mind.
We're seeing troops of it. Seen at every border crossing.
Seems this one has a little more life left in it. All right, then. Back to sleep with you.
We're seeing troops amassing at every point.
Might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena.
Excellent.
And just...
Right.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to... Which is why you need proper shield, a prison for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even start it. I need something light. But I've wrapped my brains and I just can't...
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek.
Tomes? Yeah, I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him? See what he makes of it?
Right away. You have the look of a man with the twins upon his shoulders, Rodrigue.
Talia has tasked me with removing a Cursebreaker's brand. I'm afraid of what happens if I fail. You survived, I know, but is it really what...
You don't need me to answer that. You know, I hope as much as you that one day bearers can walk among others as equals. And we must lift that burden. The operation may be dangerous.
I know. Griping about my lot.
I know you will.
Unfortunately, the first thing that he's doing, something I can't do with the infirmaries.
Just tell me what
You'll go. No one knows Herblord like Taya, and she, unfortunately for you.
Help you today, Clive? Come to claim your just desserts? I don't have that one. You do. Here you are. You earned this. All yours. You earned this. All yours. I gave you that one, didn't I? All done?
Hippocrates. Do you have the moon?
For you, Clive?
Well, actually, it's for mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Shielding for a mithril?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. And yet remain cool, as you can imagine.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution. Or if you might...
Perhaps. It is not a different material she requires.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine. And yet, we have made a home here from the...
We have, but Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelisk complains that without a constant supply... I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm. Nobles would daub their castle walls with it.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best, I shall speak to them and see what wisdom. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we.
Thank you, Hopper. And since you're asking others to help you...
So you need a hand?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need.
The other can assist me in researching how best.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of the... So, Clive, who will accompany?
All right, so...
I have taken the liberty of...
Garlic? Are you sure this is the right... Looks like the ingredients...
Though these items so much now...
Well, I was hoping to be able to make it...
All right.
See you later, Clive.
Good luck with your...
Hippocrates and I'll look after things here. You...
Now, where's Talia?
There's talk at the glass gate. Keep them pilchers nice and chilled.
Need to stock up on
I won't
these.
have used.
There you are, Talia.
Ah, we shouldn't have any problems finding what we need in a... But if time is of the essence, perhaps we should split up.
All right.
Let's see now. Why don't you meet me by the gate when you've got...
Oi, don't touch anything. Go on, take it. And go on, take it.
How the hell is anyone supposed to afford...
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine. Ah, yes. Keep fighting the good
should do
fight.
it. Hopefully Talia's finished too.
Well?
I did.
Garlic and pep... We should get this back to Tomes, then. But... we're not in too much of a... Do you know, I think this is the very... In all the years since you and that scowl of yours first appeared, you haven't...
Well, it seemed long overdue.
I was hoping to restock my supplies of herbs and liniment, yes. You and Jill alone burned... No luck, though. My usual supplier's not here, and I refuse to pay the prices...
I'll ask Karen when we get back. What is it?
Oh, I came here with Sid once. Shopping. And just like today, I came away empty-handed. Sid, has it really been 5 years? I remember it as if it was yet. Hold on. Does that mean it's been 5 years since we met? Feels a lot longer.
It does. Thank you.
For what?
For everything. I just want...
Do you think I'd stick around if I thought it was?
But in the spirit of sharing and caring, you're appreciated too. Well, I think we've tarried long enough. I ought to get these ingredients back to Tomes so he can make up this concoction of his. I'll meet you back at the hideaway, all right?
All right. And thanks again.
I heard you the first time.
The river was easy enough to find. Now for those herbs. This is the only plant around here with blue flowers. I hope it's the right one. Should be enough to keep the infirmary stocked for a while. Hopefully this'll put...
I hope you didn't have too much trouble.
Only the usual.
Oh, yes. This is it.
You'll do fine. Talia trusts you.
Thank you. So the brand is more than just ink on flesh. It's a death sentence. One ill-conceived incision, a single slip, and even success. I became a physic adept. People.
We're seeing troops amassing at every port.
Ugh, I'm never drinking again.
How's work on the shielding progressing?
Well, very well indeed. And I was just explaining to Talia how we might best... And now that we have all the...
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few
What about the shielding?
Work is underway. Under the what?
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Of course. Oh, and Clive. It was good to talk. We should do it again sometime.
It appears our work here is almost a shame. Now, when both the shielding and the moondew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying, followed by a rigorous process of testing. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid.
Leave it to me. Thank you. Well, I'd better go and give Mid the good news then. Sorry to keep you up, but you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is up.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let...
Don't thank me.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt to the Black Hammer.
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding...
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way.
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require...
It's finished. It's...
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourself.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores, searching for a land untouched by the Blight. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black... That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance, but now she's so close to being finished. I've realized I don't want her to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice. Not in a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually...
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you...
All right. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, sod our plans. I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about that?
Something tells me it's...
He'd be proud of you.
You,
I was. And you can come...
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming.
Aye, aye, Cap...